Moo! Good evening and welcome to the stream. It's Friday and tonight we're going to be playing some Minecraft. A suggestion from Mooksy. She's been wanting to get me back into the game a little bit. She's been getting back into the game herself. And I don't know how much I'll play, but just playing a little bit together will be nice. So we're actually in a new place and sort of starting something up together. She's also with me here from Mike. I'll bring her in just a second. So yeah, nothing too fancy probably, maybe some design talk. I don't know how much will actually get done. We'll see about that. Mooksy has done a bunch of thinking and also planning, so we will see. It's really the first time I'm in the area and I've only really walked over to a wall and sat myself inside, as you can see. But let's bring Mooksy in. Moo.
You give me too much credit, Han. By the way,
true,
we
you have
use
planned
cookies.
more than I have.
We use cookies to provide features, advertising, analytics, and personalized content by using our site to consent to cookies. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, more cookies, please.
Back to the game. Oh, it became night.
That's why I hit myself in a wall. Alright, so...
This bottle was wet.
Let me just turn the music down just a tiny bit more so that people can hear you properly. It shouldn't be a problem anyway, but just for good measure. Okay, that's probably a bad idea, but we're popping out.
Okay, by the way, yeah, you kept it quite to the original.
The what?
Your self-made,
Yeah, it's like it was before. I haven't
resource pack.
changed anything. Oh, you
could
mean my
say-
resource pack?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm currently just using my normal resource pack.
By the way, what they added is if you don't have stuff for a certain resource, then it will just use the one below it, which is in every case if you don't have any other resource pack, the default one.
I think that was a thing when I played last time too.
Yeah, I have it for some time now.
Like I have multiple resource packs active actually.
Yes, I don't know. Do I have multiple? No, I only have the DokuCraft Dark.
I have my paintings in one pack for innocent reasons.
Very innocent.
My textures in one pack, then I have my leaf color in one pack.
Also, I'm pretty against mods, but definitely I just like this one mod, Optifine.
I've heard a lot about it, I've never used it.
Well, it just improves the graphics so much. Like, it adds a lot of stuff that's just good, without, you know, changing any of the gameplay. And it also quite improves the graphic at the same time, so it's much more optimized than the original. Why they don't just add it to the original, I don't know. But by the way, if you hold a power, a torch, it doesn't light in your hand. It only lights when you put it on the ground. Does it?
The what?
When you hold a torch, does it light when you hold it in the hand or not?
No, not in
Oh.
the standard game.
Yeah, they added it in Optifine. which I also quite find really nice because then you don't have to put it somewhere. You can just run around and then lights already. And yeah, the planning actually was just what do I want, and
What do you want?
Also, yes, I mean I have, when I build stuff, I have a quite Viking-ish style because I like it a lot. So probably in style, and as Papa told me, she has also a Viking-ish style that fits quite well.
We need raw potatoes.
Why do we need raw potatoes?
Because we're eventually gonna run out of baked potatoes.
Yes, but I just brought these because they should last for as long as we do this right now. I have a lot more in my other fort. And there I also have stuff to plant. I thought, don't put everything in here right now, just the stuff I think we need most, and then I can still get the rest. I mean, it takes me probably under a minute to take it.
There's not very many monsters spawning.
I mean, with all these
creepers.
torches.
But there's not very many torches. Oh. I don't know if that's you next to me. No, that's another creeper.
Yeah, creeper are probably a thing, but at least they don't do block damage.
Yeah. It's just I am very much out of practice. Don't. Just let me do it. If they suddenly switch over to you, then they're gonna blow up.
I mean, I would kinda like to give Papa iron armor.
No.
Just to see Papa in iron armor. Papa Knight. I know Papa doesn't like it, but I just see Papa in iron armor because then you are Papa Knight. In fancy
How about
armor.
you? I'm out of practice. I haven't played this in ages.
Yeah, what I was thinking was building a small town.
We should, these thingies here, we should try to preserve them, since they can't be like recreated.
You mean the mudstone?
No, those can be created. These things here, the ferns, are smaller than the large ones.
I think. Yes, iron. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can cut them normally. It's just we should cut them instead of breaking them, because otherwise.
Okay, but if
they're going to
you
go to
cut
waste.
the big farms, you get 2 small farms.
Well, that's better than nothing. I think you can grow the big ones.
I don't have any bone meal here. I can.
No,
get
but
bone
like
meal.
I think you can make the small ferns big. I'm not sure
back.
though. That will have to be looked up, I can't remember. But either way, it's better to get the small ferns than to have no ferns at all.
Yep. But anyway, I probably should bring some of these up. Another.
I feel like the difficulty on the server is probably on easy.
Local difficulty is 2.5.
Okay, that's not really saying anything because that only tells you what we're normal. The local difficulty basically only means how difficult this monster is going to be relative to how long you've been in an area. So the longer we spend here, the more difficult monsters should show up.
Whee!
Nice. And then you can cut them to get 2. Nice. So we can make more of them. That's nice to know.
Yeah, what I thought was a small town, like 2 to 3 living houses, 1 farmhouse with barn for animals, stalls, a smith.
Like the places where I think we might clash a little bit is that you are more traditional. Oh, money.
Money.
You're more traditional in your building style than I am. Like, I have a sort of Viking-ish building style, but more so than that, I do what I would call fantasy style, in that I don't really like stick to just making a longhouse or whatever they're called. I make weird things, like with my flower pot, for instance, which I don't think you ever watched any of it. But basically, I built my original base based on spheres, or rather circles, because it wasn't round really in the height. So multiple circles displaced displaced from each other at varying sizes, centered around trees, which would then use some slightly unorthodox materials. Like, my roofing was made of acacia wood, my walls were made of birch wood. I think I used spruce wood for the standard walls, but I might have used something else too.
Well, I like using wool for the walls. Of course, I like the white. But yeah, I mean, we will see.
What can be nice for it? It's more like I see it more like a plaster substitute. I have evil in my pocket.
You can give evil to me. Also, yep, mushrooms are evil. For everyone who doesn't know.
You don't need to use the clippers to get the mushrooms, though.
Yeah, but I have the tool in my hand, so I'm lazy. For the farm, by the way, I thought about a new design for an automated farm.
Hole in the ground.
Where are you? In a hole in the ground.
No. I dodged a hole. It wasn't a death hole.
Oh, nice! You can also cut the dead bush. A bush.
Yeah, those you should also pick up because they're rare here. But otherwise, you can only get them in the what is it called? Desert.
Savannah.
Are they also in the savannah? I don't think so.
I'm just curious. Bone here. Yep. Okay, you can't make those rope.
Yeah, you can't grow the shrubs. They only have one size, so that's also why you can't make more of them.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, the farm design. I want to make um, something like where you start at the hill, like, and then you more or less go 8 blocks wide, and then yeah, it goes 1 block down, and that then falls on time. So I only need, you know, the width at the top to Your avatar is distracting me.
My what?
Too cute. Your avatar is too cute, it's distracting me. So I have to look away. And yeah, so I only have to put water at the top and have then everything flow down the hill.
What
That
do you
should
want
be
to
much
have?
more.
Automatic farms on top of the ground?
Yep. I mean, you could also do it underground, but I think it will also work on over the ground.
It can, it's just usually I like to have like the automatic farms hidden because they're usually not that pretty. Then I have more the aesthetic farms out in the open.
Nope. Use up shears.
I could remove some of these mossy stones. I don't know if we
Sure.
want to have them around here.
We don't need them. If we need them, we can place them back again.
Well, Mo can continue. I can do that. Mo.
I just...
Mo.
No!
Whoops. I broke a thingy.
That's okay. I mean, we have enough around. So it shouldn't be a problem. I'm just thinking about what to start with.
Oh.
I mean, what I usually
skeleton.
do... Yeah, there is more around. What I usually do is build the walls first. That usually leads to a square, but I think this time it might be better to build the houses first.
What the
Because
hell is
then-
that sound? That was a sound I've never heard in the game before, so I'm assuming that that either still means darkness, or they introduce something new. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like, what I like to do is I like to build with the terrain. I don't like to terraform a whole lot.
No, that's what I thought I would do here too.
And
work with the
like
terrain.
with the walls and stuff, I like to have like, instead of just making a big square, then like follow the terrain, move up and down, and try to change the direction, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's why I think it would be better to, you know, start with the houses, so then the houses would more or less define the how the walls have to go around, shape of the walls. So let's see. I mean, as we have here the river, I think here could be a fisher house,
Yeah, that would be fitting.
which I mean, I think what I mean. Won't really need living houses extra, because you know, one can live in the farmhouse, one can live in the fisher house,
And in the flower
pot, or in the smith. If you put, you know, a house more or less, you know, a living room above the smith or next to the smith. I think the Fisher house should be longhouse style though, because I mean it's literally the most Viking house in the town.
It probably also shouldn't
So-
be terribly big, I guess. Like usually
No.
when I make a fisher house, it's just like a small 5x5 thing.
I just eyeball stuff usually.
I plan. It's also getting nighttime again.
Yep. Up. Up.
Be careful putting the dirt on top of the pot salt, doesn't that break it? I can't remember.
Nope. It breaks the usual grass, but I don't think the potso, because the potso has is also you can't it doesn't spread, so I think they made it this way.
I think you give them too much credit. I think you give them too much credit.
Maybe. Yes. That bumps. And you are on the way tree. I hate this tree so much for this.
Is the one I have? Be careful with the leaves, we're gonna have to manually cut them.
I mean, we can make new ones.
Yes, but I like to keep the natural trees. I see, and then mess up another tree. Bumps. Ooh.
I think like this. Then you have this round shape of a longhouse. Here would be the door, right to the river. Then probably building a little pier here. Slower, but Benny. What does Papa think?
I don't know. Like, I was on top of the tree when you started to explain it, so I have no idea.
I mean, it definitely has a roundhouse thingy, because you know it goes a little bit out here and then in back in again.
Mhm.
I think size-wise it should also be fitting, because you can make several rooms here. It would only be a one-story house. So, whether that. We'll have then here the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably here a little pier that goes in a few blocks into the water.
Mm-hmm. I would suggest working off of the ground.
You mean have like on stalks? Or what?
Where did the workbench go?
Oh, I removed it.
That's why I can't find it.
What?
Alright, so let me explain. Like, instead of just having everything flat down on the ground here, what I like to do is I like to, for instance, let's say we have something like this. Something like that. And then first up here, begin the actual wall. And in here you have the, what is it called, the floor at this level instead. So that when you are inside the house you're raised above the ground. Then on the outside, instead of having just like a thingy going out, do something like this. Maybe
What's this for?
the pier.
Huh.
Oh, zombie.
Yeah, zombie.
Just found a tree. Ah, found it.
Oh.
Hey, we have a carrot.
Probably get their carrot.
I'm just winging something right now. I'm not deciding on any design, just explaining.
So these wooden planks would be then the inside floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I probably still should remove the pots on here.
Yeah, the pot saw should go away. Like, if it's not going to be visible, then we should remove it so that we have it in case we ever need it. Should I take this thing down again?
Yeah, I think so. I hope the shovel lasts.
If not, I have a stone shovel.
Yes, but the stone shovel wouldn't preserve the pot so.
True. You haven't bothered to get the repair enchantment?
Can't you repair on an emerald?
Yes, but it becomes increasingly more expensive, so eventually you won't be able to do it anymore.
I mean, the only thing I lack is the diamond to repair it.
Yes, but that's my point. Like, you need to pay more and more in order to repair the thing, and eventually you won't be able to repair it because you can't, like, have enough to repair it.
Yes. But it should be good for what we need. I mean, it's diamond shovel, so it lasts a little bit. I'm just worried, you know, because we will have to do quite a bit. That it won't last until we finished with it. So
I actually don't think holes like that is bad. The one that you filled in here.
sometimes I keep
Being able
it.
to see a little bit of the wall outside is good.
I would want to actually start the wall here. So that
But
would
like-
have to be then.
Progress it further down into the ground is what I'm meaning. So that you can see it going further down, like it has a fundament.
I mean, it can fit, but I need more dirt.
Basically something like this. Look at it from this side instead of all the other sides.
That's spear?
That's what?
Oh, no, you mean the
I'm just saying instead of filling in this stuff, it can be more interesting if you leave some of the natural gaps open.
I mean. It would be dirt. You see. What I could do is. Hop. Anyway.
Well, at the moment it would be dirt. At the moment it would be dirt, but once you build the building,
I will want to put the building like the floor starts with its level here. Actually, yeah. It would be better to have the stuff.
what are you doing?
Removing the dirt so we can put in wooden planks in there or whatever the ground will be.
So now you want the floor down at this level?
No, I'm confused. Totally confused.
Too.
Well, let's see. Papa is cooling down.
That's exactly my thought.
I mean, if we have the floor on the more or less pieces dirt on the floor level, then the walls should of course start also here.
I like to have the floor one above.
When we have the floor one above, then I would need some, you know, stairs in front of here, which isn't bad.
It makes the entrance more interesting.
Yep, then let's do it then.
I help. I have dirt.
But I still give Papa dirt. You should coordinate a little bit though.
I don't know if you played that game, but there's a game where basically you have a bunch of balls that are bouncing around the room, and you must basically cut up the room by choosing a spot in a direction, up, down, or left, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically it will send a thingy up and down at the same time, and once it hits a wall it becomes a solid wall. But if it gets stricken by a ball before that happens, then we'll lose a life. And the objective is to basically cut off as much as the map to not contain balls as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically what I was doing there. Trying to isolate more in a little room so that I can take all the map.
So I'm just thinking of something like this. Oops.
Usually I like to put in the floor first, because then you can, like, what is it called, build from that. This pot soil over here should probably be taken away, so that we can put just regular dirt below it.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, that doesn't look good for.
No, but we'll replace it with something else. Like, we will progress the wall downwards.
What I was thinking is just. I mean, that's how I did it in my other place.
Well, it depends on what look you want.
I mean, it would definitely be more interesting if you also alternated a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I personally like to have like corners going vertically, because then it becomes full pillars.
And I kind of see them as.
Oh, that's one thing. A good like point to work with is to always work with uneven numbers.
Yeah. It's just that.
Because you can never have a middle point if you do even.
Yep. And that's also a thing that just that this wasn't aligned with the other side, anyway.
Mm-hmm. But we also have like even numbers down here and stuff.
I mean, I don't think there would be a middle point needed.
Well, if you want to make like a rooftop,
yeah, true.
Then a middle point is really nice.
Probably best would be to remove one side then.
Yeah, either like move this in or this in.
Yep. Everything else should be an odd number though.
Question is if we should move this side in or this side in.
I would say don't move it further away from the water. So this side.
Hi there, Sean. Welcome. How are you tonight?
Oh!
I still feel like the days and nights are too short in Minecraft.
Yeah, a little. You change that one where you stand in front of?
What?
Yes. Up. There we go. Yep.
What should the floor be?
3 up should probably be good. Making it 2 high or 3 high?
I say 3. I like to have like a 3rd level so that you can have stuff like windows and not be right below the ceiling.
Yeah, the headroom is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then let's make it 3. So this bit I can stand. I would say best would be wooden planks, yep. And then put carpet on top on it. Later.
I'll probably... No, well, yeah, of course, carpet is a block. Just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
So I have not played this game in forever. Did they change it so that you can have any block in your left hand again?
No,
Like
but
it?
you can have shields there.
No, you can still have other blocks and stuff there. They just won't do anything. Oh, you can still place them actually. So... That's weird.
Those are very important.
Which what?
Come look.
Yes. I love the pink tulips.
I
Yeah,
have a
just
full stack.
normal Minecraft. There is a few mods on the server, some for teleportation and stuff.
Give me a moment. I have the list here. The mods that are installed at night that used to create fake nights and invisible light sources isn't usable by players though. Anti-world fly, so nobody can fly. Maybe shouldn't. Back on this. That's only for black rank donators, so they get an extra perk, so you can teleport back to your last death point.
That seems cheaty.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's shitty, you have to pay for, more or less. But it's something for the owner of the server, you know, to give, hey, if you give me this much money, and you
It's
get
more
this
like it's just something I would not want to have, but I know I'm a weirdo.
you also have to pay quite a bit to get that one, so... Chairs! Sitting on stairs available for all players. Command book includes multiple management things like controlling the warps and more. Okay, it's also only a moderator's admin stuff. Core protect. That's for logging stuff, you know, that you can get griefers. Then we have courier. There you can send the letters with, so din map. Din map web guard. So this is for the map feature I showed you. Fcraft RP plugin.
Plugin?
That's for the website, so the Minecraft server can talk to the website. Find my entities. Locate very congested group up entities from moderator and admins, okay. That's also an admin stuff. Hats, so you can put on stuff on your head, but only for Patreons. Home stuff. Okay, it's quite a bit though. News. World border. Okay, they have world border on it. Chat colors. Sexy MOTD.
I guess it's just a plugin to make the message of the day more fancy.
Yep. Particles. Appendix. No sheet plus. Multiverse stuff. More fish. Oh yeah, you have a fishing contest here. Locket Pro, which is the logging stuff you saw. Which is which I quite like because then people can't steal from you.
Ah, you bastard.
Yeah. Okay, they have quite a bit more than I remembered, but not so many. Per world inventory. Oh, yep, that's.
Wait, what? Pervert inventory?
Yeah, per world inventory. No, per world inventory.
Oh.
Because you also have a creative world here.
Suck it.
I think you're pretty.
I got bones now.
Yeah.
I got bones now.
There are bones in the chest.
I have bones. I have my own bones.
Yay! What I want to say? Yeah, you have a creative world here where you can't go because it's only for donators.
Doesn't matter, I don't like creative. No, stop,
Yes.
stop. I took that down for a reason. If you come over here and look, like having double pillars in every corner looks really massive. Oh, creeper.
Yes.
Bugger off. Alright, so I took down the non-essential pillars over here. So instead of having a pillar here, basically bring the wall in and then end in not a pillar, the same in the end. I can also reverse it so that instead of being this, that is a pillar, you could place it here instead. I'm glad to hear that. It's definitely a throwback. I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. It is also an open server, which is interesting.
Yep. That's the address. In the chat.
And if you know that website, then you should know what it's about. Not,
Yeah,
not
it's
the server, but yeah.
It's
Where
the
this
server.
from? Oh, spoiler. Spoiler.
Spoiler!
Having like a one high window is also sometimes too little. I usually like to have two high, but I think for a fishing hut it's good.
Yeah, I mean we can make taller buildings, but I think, you know, fishing huts are usually quite confined, so I think
Yeah, that's what I mean.
this will be my house. I like small cozy houses. But yeah, I really like this.
I can build my house.
What house does Papa want to live in? Does the house of our own? Papa, get the Papa house. I think. What was I about anyway? Yeah. For donators who get access to creative. As I am a donator, I have access to creative. And of course, you don't want people keep the inventory of the creative. That would be
that would be bad.
not good. So that's then of course. As a donator, you also get the ability to have your name in color. Which I quite like. Oh, oops. Took away the wrong one. I'm back in a moment.
Okay.
I want to check something because I smell something smoking.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I just want to make sure it's not anything here, but I think it's probably outside. Just want to check.
There we go. There we go.
No?
Moo.
So, back again.
Welcome back again.
And yep, my parents are having a fire outside and
Don't have a fire.
yep, and the fire didn't work as intended. Papa's Papa house. It's different.
Yeah, I can't remember precisely how to build it anymore. It's something like this. It's basically my mobile home.
But we should make proper real home too. Like, I mean, we keep this around, but Papa should have a proper home. Yeah, what is just so cute.
It was way back I thought about like doing a series where basically I just traveled and saw some sights.
Mm-hmm.
And for that I basically came up with a design for a quick throw together home.
Oh.
And this was it. Sorta.
Cute. That's
In
good.
that I can't entirely remember all the details of it, like there might have been an upside down stair here.
That's so cute.
Moo!
Momo. Yeah, I think that let's keep this for here because base is done, and I
keep on trying to crouch in my control because of Warframe.
Yeah, it's confusing. Like in Terraria, you get into the menu with escape, so I often try to hit escape and nothing works. I get the menu. So, I mean, we have the fishing house.
Oh. By the way, Sean, I don't know, do you still play Warframe? Well, we have the fishing balls.
Yeah, I mean, I finished the house later because what I want to do is concentrate more on, get the basements of all houses done, then I can, do the details later, but I like to have, general design of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And then make everything fancy. So...
Oh. Well, if you get back to it, and you want to get back to it, I don't know if you ever got into clan stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff that is basically like locked behind a clan. Bunch of weapons and that kind of stuff, but if you do get back to it, me and Moo started a clan, so...
We have the prettiest dojo.
Yeah. And we're still making it prettier.
Yep. Oh.
Oh. Hopefully we'll find a little bit more time. Business is always a bad.
Taking away all the evil.
I don't know why texture spiders always become white.
Yeah. You don't have to drown them.
I'm not drowning him, I just wanted to see bubbles. Also, it's about to turn nighttime, so I should probably not stand right next to him.
Yep. I mean, they want to climb anyway.
Even if you don't have time to play, like if you just want to pop on and see it and stuff, then you're welcome to. Of course, not right now, since we're in another game and doing a stream, but at another time if you want to. We can, like, the only thing is one of us needs to be online to be able to invite you, because you can only gain access yourself if you're in the clan and have a clan key.
Yep.
It wasn't messed up, I just wanted bubbles. Spider went away.
Yep, the spider went climbing.
Oh, there he is.
But Papa shouldn't be around the spider for too long.
I was trying to zoom in on him. By aiming. I played so much Warframe.
Yes, Papa. Here's some shears.
Thank you. What am I shearing? What am I shearing?
Just in case so Papa can help move. Oh, there's friend.
How about you?
What was it about me not helping because they could explode?
It was the final hit that would have killed it. The worst thing that could have happened is that you killed me. Speaking of, I should sleep in the bed.
Likely. Also, you can open text chat and type in home set and a name, and then you set it at your home and can teleport here again when you want.
I will do that when we're not streaming, because I currently have the chat disabled for obvious reasons.
Well, it's not really gonna happen like in my stream, but it's still a good idea. And yes, it's a furry server, so it's generally a good
furries
idea.
being furries.
I mean, they can't help themselves. They are just furries.
There's pills for that.
No.
But yeah, of course, like, you can always join the server if you want. If you don't have time to play, maybe it's better to wait, I don't know. But if you do get time to play, definitely let us know.
Yep. So, I think Smith here.
Sure.
Picking up the grass, the steers really eat through them.
Yeah, they don't have terribly much durability.
Donate to help the server and gain a few perks. Okay. I think let's keep this thing here and build the house in here, so I will probably then make a way, put in some stairs here or somewhere. Be right back.
I defend more.
No, it's
I still defend more. I defend the ghost of more.
And then I'm just back into my old place to see how I did this here. Okay, what I did here is every time I did with the 2 pillars, but I think the 1 pillar looks better. I do use cobblestone for the outside and smooth stone for the inside. I should also probably bring some glass fire in here.
I wish they'd let you do like signs of different types of wood.
I think that's planned for the 113 update.
Well, hopefully. That'll be about time. I'm tired of having only being able to build wooden chairs or having chairs with mismatched like armrests.
At least what I know is they want to make different types of pressure plates. Wooden pressure plates.
Pressure plates.
Pressure plates. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full stacks of spruce wood saplings.
Nice. That's a good amount.
Yep. Okay, this can go there and this can go.
I'm surprised at how few mobs spawned.
What did I want to bring again? Ah, yeah,
potatoes.
Glass. Also potatoes, I can bring potatoes.
Speaking of mob spawns, that creeper scared me. Zombie.
Here we have more glass. That's glassy!
It's weird that you can see how many hearts of damage you do by the particles coming off of them. Right, where did the creeper go? There the creeper is. Oh, you bugger!
Whee! No stack.
How about you?
Not recur?
The what?
Recur?
What?
The thing that Finn said to scare the bear off. You showed me today.
That's perkele or whatever, however it's pronounced. That's basically just Finnish for fuck or something. It's just a Finnish. It's just a Finnish swear.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a. If you don't follow them, there was a Scandinavia and the World comic that came out today. It's made by a Dane, and it's basically the premise of it is the world and its stereotypes seen through the eyes of a Dane. And well, the eyes of Scandinavia, really, but that's because we're so close that we basically know how each other thinks. But still, we are also stereotypes in it. Like Denmark is a drunk, a bit too promiscuous, not too well groomed, and also very scared of nature.
How was it to how to speak Danish?
Yeah.
It's me.
Did you see the? Did I ever show you the sketch with the Danish language?
I don't think so.
I'm fairly certain I have at some point. Basically, I think it's the Swedes that are making fun of us. Could also be the Norwegians that made a sketch where, like, some guy is there interviewing Danes because the Danish language has become so complex that basically not even Danes can figure it out, and instead of figuring it out, they basically just wing it. Oh, I saved Moo. How about you?
What does it even mean?
How about you? Careful, creeper. I'm not sure how to precisely explain it, but it's like
A warrior cry.
sort of like if you ever watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Isn't that the thingy where the bunny kills that person.
Yes, the killer rabbit. It's also the movie with the Black Knight. 'Tis but a flesh wound. The Black Knight always triumphs. 'Tis but a flesh wound. No, it isn't. Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Look. Chicken, chicken.
Are chickens around?
No. That's what the Black Knight says.
I wasn't sure that.
I am invincible! You're a loony. What was I talking about? I lost track.
I know. Whee! Whoop.
I
mean, only in Minecraft you can break your legs and then run off.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Scandinavia and the world.
Yes.
And then the other one. But yeah, basically like the interviewers, they're talking with Danes who are like frustrated that they can't understand each other, and basically everybody's just pretending. And they're having this case where a guy comes into a bike store to get something for his bike that is broken, but he doesn't know what it's called, so he just asks for something, but then he he asked for kamelose, which is not a word. And the guy at the counter doesn't know what kamelose is, so he just hands him a file, and that was not what he was like supposed to have. So he tries again, and then he hands him something else. And at this point, the other guy just gives up because he doesn't know how to explain this. So he just takes whatever it was he gave him and handed him some money, but he doesn't know exactly how many because the Danish number system is so complex that no one can figure it out.
Yeah, very complex stuff there.
Yep, and then a milkman shows up and is accused to the interviewer of trying to peddle 1,000 liters of milk. And he says something to the interviewer, and the interviewer, what did you say? You just bought 1,000 liters of milk? So all the others are like, help us, we need help, we're lost. This can't go on. But the milkman is like, no, don't help us, we're all good. Because he's selling thousands of liters of milk.
That's silly.
That's Danish humor for you. And yes, Scandinavia and the world. Scandinavia and the world is basically stereotypes of the world. Like, for instance, they threaten that if the current fascist government would win in America, until that regime is gone, the American stereotype would be orange, spray tan with shitty hair. And yeah, they still are.
I mean, they are Danish people, so I wouldn't expect anything else but sticking to the word. Let's cut down the street too.
In the comic today, it was basically two different ways of dealing with bears. One was the Canadian way, which was, please Mr. Bear, could you get out of my garden because I need to get to work. And then Finland jumps in shouting Perkele and scares the bear off. Oh,
raining.
I forgot rain was a thing.
Papa should go into Papa's house because Papa wet pepper first smell second.
So shouldn't I stay out then?
No. I mean, where's Papa?
In Papa house?
Oh, okay. Well, Papa can come out if she wants to.
I just realised I have no cobblestone.
There is enough in the chest.
This and this needs to instead be these.
Also, I'm using extra stone tools just to make Papa happy. Except for the shield, of course, because you can't hit stone tools.
I can't even remember how to make a shield.
Just 2 iron ingots diagonal. Oh, come on.
That is practically an invitation. Papa comes.
What?
You said come out. Or come now. Or something would come.
I said Papa can come out if she wants to.
No, that was not the thing you said. Yeah, have another.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not the drop button.
Close. Thank you, Papa.
It's also just a much pretty. But I will give you another.
Punching wood like a real Minecraft, huh?
I was about to say a real furry.
No, fairies are humping wood.
I mean, there's a king for that.
You mean splinters in your butt? Although there are actually wooden stuff like, you know. So,
Mo has another axe in her pocket.
yay!
Just so you know.
There it is. There it is. There. Boom. So...
It rains too much in Minecraft. Also, why is the rain in Minecraft dependent on difficulty? Seriously.
Because rain is difficult?
No. Like, there's no monsters spawning because it's rainy. They spawn when it's a thunderstorm. But, like, the result is just that if you want to play on a harder difficulty, it's just always bloody raining.
I mean, rain doesn't make monsters go away a day.
Yes. But there's no monsters to not go away. Oh, there's a skeleton. Ow.
See?
Oh, you bugger. Een spider. 2 spider. 3 spider.
So...
Oh, bums.
bumps.
Yes, that's what I said.
Ah, no. There wouldn't be.
I feel like something is coming at me.
Ah. What is it?
I don't know. It might be the music that I'm listening to, but I hear footsteps.
I have Minecraft music.
I don't. I think it's about to be nighttime. But it's a good comic if you like webcomics. I'd recommend it. They have some good ones from... No, they're basically all good. But some of course are amazing. There was the witch one. We laughed quite a bit at that one.
I still am mad at Denmark because they give them as unwanted witches.
Who would not want a bitch? What does he say? What does he say?
I was counting. No need problem.
But yeah, like Denmark, male Denmark is ungroomed, a drunk, bit of a pervert, scared of animals, very scared of animals. And female Denmark is quite the stereotypical feminist with wild hair. Like, definitely a woman, definitely a proper woman, but a bit Vikingish, for lack of a better word. And then we have Sweden. Sweden is the bit obnoxious guy. Glasses, very, very well kept blonde hair, full of himself. Lady Sweden has massive tits and big lips and very pretty. And of course that stereotype comes from the fact that Swedes are one of the people that has the largest breasts. They're also one of the people with the most plastic operations. So there might be a correlation.
It's very surprising, and I don't think there would be any correlation of those two things. I mean, it's completely coincidental. What does Papa think?
I think these squids are in trouble.
Yes, that's definitely what I asked.
You thought what I think? That was literally what I was thinking.
What squids? Show me the squids.
These squids right here.
Show me your squids.
See?
I don't see. Ah, no, I mean those there.
Yeah,
they kind of look on top.
I don't know how they came in here.
They probably spawned there.
Shh.
Yeah, I stopped making sense. But was that...
Norway is perpetually walking around with his fish.
Look at my fish.
He's also very good friends with Denmark, but not so much with Sweden.
Wasn't that when Sweden came over the ice and was hit with a stick by Denmark?
Yeah, that's a law. That is actually a law. Like, if the Swedes come across the ice, it is the duty of Danes to hit them with a stick.
That's definitely a law.
Only Swedish people.
That's kind of racist.
Well, it's from the old, what is it called? The old wars in Scandinavia. Because there was a lot of wars between Sweden and Denmark.
What does Papa think of the design here?
Well, so far I think it's good. It's hard for me to say much else at the moment.
I would say no big entrance here with I think it would might be better to have no, that would then
Don't say equal numbers. Equal numbers are the devil.
yeah, but I would like a double door here. Double door.
Have it not centered.
No, center is weird.
No, it's good. So one way that I like to make smithies, I think it was the smithy that you were making at the moment, but basically what I like to do is
Oh, hi there.
oh, as a farmer. Well then.
No, I just hope that no skeleton horses spawn here.
I like something like this. Oh, another farmer.
For the smith itself.
Like you have the smithy itself at the bottom level. Basically, this area that I'm making out of wood. So that would be the smithy. Then you have some pillars outside to keep up the top level. And the top level is the first floor. This is bloody loud. I'm gonna turn this sound off. Let's turn it down to 20%. Can't hear myself think. So smithy down at the bottom level, and then a stairway up to the top level, which is the living quarters and stuff. The smithy's or smith's family. You have some pillars and stuff to keep up the first level, instead of having it just being one big flat thingy. Having it be a two-plane design.
I mean, what would you need inside the smith?
Not terribly much, that's the thing. Like, you need storage. And honestly, if you need storage, I would do something like this. Like have a back room on the first floor.
Well, oops.
Fix your bloody thunder sounds.
Well, I have everything at 33 and it's okay.
I have weather at 12 and I can't hear myself think.
Then Papa should think louder.
My thoughts are very subtle. Like right now I'm thinking that that mushroom there is evil.
All mushrooms are evil.
Yes, but especially that one.
I think the thunderstorm noises go to your head.
Well, that's where they arrive. Oh, so lightning.
Oh, inventory for Papa pickup.
Sure.
I get rid of some stuff then. Evil mushrooms. Coarse dirt. Spruce leaves. Ah,
Oh, now I can turn off the sound again.
what I was thinking back here, storage room.
Uh-huh.
This here, so the room would go up to here or here. Then here's missing room, and I don't know what here, probably going upstairs then.
Well, basically, like, if you look at what I have there, what I would do is I'd take this here and continue it out this way, and then make a first floor for the living quarters, which would then overlap the ground down here a bit. But that's just me. It is Moose Place.
I mean, it would be either in L shape, like if you cut it off. If you cut it off here, then you would kind of have an
I'd probably
shape.
move it one more further in this direction and then remove this one.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Or keep it this. I think Papa has.
It depends on what Moo wants. Like, I like to work in multiple planes because just having everything flat quickly gets a little boring. Like, you can also use that design for something like an inn instead. Inn/tavern. That can also work quite nicely because you have so much room up top for various rooms. You'd probably make it significantly larger than a smithy.
Yep.
But you could have multiple rooms upstairs for customers to live in and that sort of thing.
First of all, I would say filling stuff in here back again.
I found sheep.
And Papa is sniffing around.
I found sheep.
Sheep are good. I would say instead of and probably moving the door here somewhere. That was dirt is now.
No, that's not granite. That is what is it called? Clay.
Okay, it's good. Hey, spider. Where's Papa off to?
I don't know. But
Papa
there's a
knows
lot
how
of mushrooms.
Papa knows how to come back.
Yes. I am good sniffer, Papa.
I just want to make sure. Don't want to lose Papa.
It is this way. Definitely, possibly. Ba.
Ah.
K.
Ah.
Ba. K.
Ah. Oh. Cliff here. Careful. Ah! Oh.
What are we careful of?
There's a cliff here.
Oh,
It just fell down.
don't fall.
At least there was water at the bottom, so it wasn't that bad. There's some iron here at least.
Skeleton.
Single
Ah,
skeleton.
you missed. Now you're on fire. He didn't see that coming. Where is Muna?
I'm here.
There's Muna.
I think best, you know, putting the door here now, because it's a little bit cramped here. So
You
you
can
have
do
no
that.
one. And also,
In that case, I'd probably do something like bap, bap.
what I'm thinking about is, you know, like you have it here, have over the door place here, like an overhanging thingy. But for now, I just keep it like this,
Mm-hmm.
so we can, more or less, I can continue on other stuff. Where to put the farm?
Oh!
I would say probably this thingy here has to go though,
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
and also it's major in the way.
Like, the pond is okay. It could even
Yeah,
be
the
the
pond-
centerpiece, for instance, for a farm.
Font is nice, but just the overhead thingy is.
It looks like a little hat. A little hat that's growing evil mushrooms.
A little party hat,
A little gnome hat.
a little evil party hat.
No, the hat is fine. The mushroom is the bad thing.
Mushroom gun.
Okay, now we can let it stay.
I mean, could also be this pond here. But I don't know.
It could, but there's not terribly much space with the fishing hut there.
I mean, what did I want to build again? We have a fishing hut now, so there's one living house. We have the smith, which would be another living house. A town hall slash inn. A storage room. We definitely need a storage room. That needs a lot of space. A storage room.
A library, a mill, a baker's.
I don't want to have too many things though. I mean, everything of those is work, and I know myself, the more work there is, the less I'm will to make it all.
Well, I can also build.
Yes, I know, but
You
I
just
mean,
might end up with like ornate, weird wooden structures.
I don't mind that, but I kinda like, you know, to have the absolute worst case covered, which would be Papa does other things and I... What are you doing there?
Who?
Yeah, you.
I'm looking
Pouring
at
at the air or
stars.
what?
I'm looking at stars.
Ah. Pouring at stars.
Boop.
Yeah, which would be Papa not helping and me being alone, and then I would just, I mean, I can have it in mind that, you know, build other things, but I kinda would like have the minimum it needs. The minimum is house for meat, is fishing house, a smith to have a place to smelt stuff, and definitely storage room. Storage room could also be in.
Oof. It depends if you want it to be in as an inn or in as a shell and then being a multi-purpose building. My English is the best.
Papa speaks Papa, not English.
Papa's also slightly tired, but we haven't even streamed 2 hours yet.
Yep, but we also started quite
Oh,
late.
skeleton.
Skeleton.
Ow. Ah, you bastard. Gotcha.
Oh,
I'm out of practice with the skeletons.
there's an Enderman.
Don't look at him.
I know.
I don't see him.
He's down there. Like here.
I don't see him. Oh. I see a little bit of ender stuff. I guess that's his spot.
Ender butt.
Ender butt. Ender butt. Another skeleton. Oh, you bugger.
I think best would probably be to close this hole off.
I have 5 bonus now.
Yay! Close the ender hole there and then build the storage room above here. Would at least be, so far as I can see, the biggest space that's on one.
Could do
Yeah.
that. If you do place it over the hole, you don't need to pave it over. You can place the floor over it. And then you might even use it to have like some sort of secret thingy underneath. Like catacombs. Or not really catacombs is not the word I'm looking for, but you get the idea from it. Have at you! The Black Papa always triumphs! Black Papa Knight. I hear a bat.
Enderman gone. No, not.
Ah! Ow! Ow! It's but a flesh wound.
Yeah, but
No buts. Oh, spider. What is buts?
I lost against the Ender, but
Uh-oh, is there stuff I need to pick up?
me again. So I can pick it up. Enderman still here.
Yeah, he's still here. Boop.
Finally did it.
Woo.
Oh, I got an Ender Pearl.
Nice. Oh, there's a
Oh,
thingy.
those caves here go quite far.
What do we call ravine?
Oh. Quite far and deep actually.
Phrasing.
Yes. Oh, gold.
That's already pretty damn far down then.
Yep, and lava. Well, not actually lava because it's turned into obsidian. It's
Okay. I hear lava like right here, which is a little concerning. Though I guess fire tick is off, so I don't need to be concerned about it, but
Yep.
there's definitely lava somewhere right here.
There's another Enderman.
Endy-do?
Slay them or not slay them?
I can try.
Maybe we can try together.
I'll probably end up killing each other.
Likely. I mean, I would like if Enderman wouldn't run into me.
Ah!
Run into water.
I'm trying. What are you gonna do now? Yay, cooperation. I'm out of practice. It almost killed me.
At least only almost. Feels weird.
I had one heart left.
And for hiding Papa, I killed them.
I'm not a big fan of the sword as a weapon. So I'm glad that they made different options. Like, I just find that its effect is useless.
I like it.
It's good if you're running a mob farm, but that's about it.
I think it would probably be better because to not have the storage room here, but the stalls, because I want the stalls close to the smith, because you know you need horse tools a lot, and you do them with the smith, so the smith is usually close. Where would Papa put a farm here?
Probably not in the middle of the town.
Yeah, like best would be somewhere.
Probably place it over here, like next to this pond and this one over here. Maybe terraform this pond a little bit to raise it up. Put the farm here up against the mountain, and one could have, for instance, a mill over here at the water's edge. Have a water mill instead of a windmill, since a windmill wouldn't really be any use whatsoever in a biome like this.
I mean, we also have the river close, so a windmill would generally be not as good as a river mill.
So we probably need to do a little terraforming for the river, because as it is right now, it's really not much of a river, it's more of a lake. So probably like make a stream coming down from over here. Spiderland. Like flowing down from up here. Or something like that.
So isn't that a bit... I mean, farm, yeah, but what about a farmhouse and a barn?
Well, for the farmhouse, I think what I would do is I would build it sort of like in this hollow here. Like basically pressed up against the mountainside. And then for the barn, I'd probably put it over here along the mountain. So it's all sort of off in the corner.
I mean, we do have a lot of...
I could do a big wheat field, for instance.
Wheats are good.
If it's just an aesthetic farm, you don't need to worry about what is it called, water. And having a lot of wheat, like just in a big field in different levels and stuff, that can be quite pretty.
Yep, I mean, you still need water to have the thingies watered.
No, that's what I
Farmland.
mean. You don't need to worry about having the farmland watered if you are not going to be using it as your main farm. Like if you're going to make a farm that you harvest a lot, which is not an aesthetic farm, that would be something like your farms back at the other place that would harvest themselves, that sort of thing. There, of course, you need to have it watered.
Do you mean water flowing over it, or water that the farmland keeps being watered?
No, I mean, an aesthetic farm is a farm that is basically just there to look pretty. It's there not to provide food, really, in this case. It's just here to be a farm and fit in with the town.
Papa? The thing is, you need to keep farmland watered. Yes, you do. Yes?
No.
Yes, you do. If you don't keep it water it, the crop on top of it will pop off. They
No.
changed that. Yes.
I don't believe it. It was never like that. They might have changed it. In that case, they've done it after I stopped.
Where's my hole?
I don't know when the... what is it called?
Stone hole.
Pleasure house?
Let's wait.
And now we wait.
Dum 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 dum.
Dum, 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 da, 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 da. You can see that my model here has been messed up a little bit. Not surprising, since it's a long time since I made it.
And what messed up?
It could be that it is because there's a solid block next to it. So let me try to remove that real quick. Yep, it is. So that's just basically a setting that needs to be set. If you look in the stream,
Yeah, a little bit inside of that one.
oh what?
Yeah. Inside the other one, at least that's what I see.
What?
Blah. Blah 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 blah.
What?
Yes.
What I wanted to show Moo was the wheat.
Yes.
The wheat.
Or could have been that the reason why it popped off for me was not enough light.
That will do it. Like I remember that they wanted to change it to what you say before. But a lot of people was against it because there was a lot of mods that relied on having something like this where you don't have water available. Like for instance the 404 challenge had that.
Well, they still don't grow though.
They do grow, this one has grown. They just grow very slowly. But that doesn't matter if it's an aesthetic farm, they will all reach adulthood and then they will just be grown.
Hey, like that one.
Yeah, there's a setting in the file that needs changing.
So Papa's right.
Papa knows things. Not a lot of
Yes.
things, but I know things. I know how to make a
that's
tea
good.
flip-flop.
What?
I know how to make a tea flip-flop.
Okay. I would probably say terraforming this year a little bit and putting the town hall right here.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think the town hall should also have fancy stuff like
I feel like the tunnel should be further in the back though.
I would say
It all
maybe-
depends on how big places, but I feel like the farm is more in the outskirts. The same with the fishing hut. So it would feel a little weird to be right next to the thingy.
Yeah. Anyway, what I would say is using fancy stuff for the town hall, like either these or these or these. How do you change that?
There's a button for it.
Yeah, what button? That's what I mean.
If for me, I don't know if that's default.
I have used a sword.
You can't use your sword in the lift.
Oh,
Ow!
sorry.
Unless you change your main ball.
I didn't mean to.
I'm playing with my bonus.
You're playing with the bone?
Yep.
This is what she said.
But I think for something like these, for instance, like using, for instance, the diorite and the granite, like doing, for instance, a checker pattern could be quite nice for a floor. Instead of using it specifically on the outside, you could then use, if you want to do some fancy stone on the outside, you could use the, whatever the last stone is called that I can't remember.
Andesite.
Andesite. As the outside. Because the diorite and the granite fit pretty well together texture-wise. Well, andesite is a little bit more on its own.
That depends on the resource pack, of course.
Certainly. But
Because
I'm talking in regards to the default pack.
Yeah, for me it looks like, you know, the what's
Pretty
it
sure I
called?
have the standard
diorite.
ones.
Yeah, I think in the standard one they are closer together, but in the mine, which is not always that standard, andesite is smooth, where diorite and andesite are brick style.
Okay, that's weird. Like
Remember that briefing or theft leads to a ban. Everything is locked.
For me, it's just a smooth thingy with a border around the side, which is what I like in them.
What else would you put in the outskirts? Stores? Stalls, of course.
You could put, for instance, a marketplace. Like not a full-on, and it's raining again. Not a full-on like a store to buy stuff in, like a general store. Though you could have a general store in connection with it. Eat my bone. Take my boner.
Getting mute.
What here? One of these days, one of us is gonna get tired. It wasn't me. But yeah, like an open market with various stalls and stuff. And then you could have also a general store in connection with that. That is more like, the others are temporary booths that traders from other towns comes in and sets up. While the general store is like a staying store of the town. I hope that makes sense.
I think it does.
But yeah, I went in and basically made all the what is it called? Thingies, the vegetable plants into 3D models as a resource pack. But then I kinda got tired and didn't continue past that. Also, they probably should be optimized because it isn't terribly optimized, but I kinda lacked the tool to do that. But then they introduced some new, what is it called? Some new ones, like the beetroots.
Yep.
And those I never got finished, like I never really got very far with them. The potatoes, the carrots, and the wheat, that's all done.
Do you?
Do I what?
Let's see.
I said.
See, not set.
No, I said.
Nope, we don't. No, I have stone. So let's make some smooth stone. Or stone bricks eraser. Whoop. Crouch. Boop, 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 boop. Sini, Papa. Papa.
I am annoying.
No, you're cute.
Is more working in a well?
Yeah, I saw kinda have a well at the marketplace center.
Yeah.
Or more.
It's also generally just good to have at various places around town because in case of fires you want to have a well close by.
Yep, so I'm actually not really thinking of a well, but more spring. You know, where water comes out at the top and flows over various stuff. But I think I don't have brought that much diorite. I still have 7 here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Yes, Annie. Also eternal blip.
That's not a tongue, that's my lip.
That's blip. Eternal blip.
I'm okay if you think that.
I thought so. So much bloody grass.
What is it? May I suggest something? Before I break them all? If you replace them again? Put the water underneath that. Just as a suggestion.
I would still say so. Have their diorite instead of dirt.
Yeah, it was just like a quick change. I put these back in Mo's pocket.
I know, just saying.
You could also, if you wanted, like, instead of having it one down, you could also put diorite at the same level as the others, and instead of having the diorite all the way around, you could have half slabs around. But of course that would remove some of the visible diorite, which might interfere.
Oh, I think it's good so.
We could do half slabs, for instance, there, and then put the diorite there. That would make these at the bottom flow out to the sides.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like this. Could do that another place.
Just suggestions.
Wait for Papa.
Now, I'm going to get in the center.
Silly Papa.
Ta-da!
The blood only makes this cuter. I would probably say then best would probably be 10.
I love this song.
Terraforming this part here a little, probably, and then put the general store, general goods store here. Papa's board.
No, I'm listening to music. It's one of my favorite songs that are on at the moment.
Ah, okay.
It is, what is it called? Approaching Nirvana.
Oh.
From the album Reboot. Called Through Darkness. It has some really good, like, points where it just catches up, or what you want to call it. Da, 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 da. Like, it has a lamentful tune. Like kind of a sad tune, but still with a strength and hope, I would say. It's one of my favorites of their songs. It kind of has an emotional swing to it, and I really like that.
That's cool. And I would say probably general goods store here. Then I would say stalls here a little bit further out.
You could have them like a little randomly spaced out. Like you could have some here, and you could have some over here, sort of like around the general area of the smith and the general store, lining up to the fountain.
I think I would probably prefer them on one space.
It's up to Mo.
So I would say, like here, a little bit further out again. So you take a horsey and then you move to another place.
Horsey?
Yes, thoughts.
What does horsey has to do with the marketplace?
I'm talking of houses where you have horses inside.
I'm
Stalls?
talking of marketplace stalls.
Well, then we talked about different things.
Like little booths.
Yes, I know what you mean, but I was talking about...
Like the horses, I would say, would go in a stable.
Hmm?
The horses,
The
I would say,
stable.
would go in a stable. And the
Stable.
stable should probably be somewhere close to the gate of the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like...
Although right
Yeah,
now
because-
we are starting to build a city and not really considering actually having space for a wall. So we'll see how that goes.
The thing is, I wanted to first make the city and then just build a wall around it.
Hmm?
But I, like, you know, have the wall end at the river. So you have then it open on the river, because, you know, you have to get over the river first before you can get to the town. So yeah, but
Zombie back.
I would say around here, the stables.
I have no idea where you went off to. I'm finding zombie.
I know you do.
Wait, what?
Well, I placed some dirt. So around here,
Yes.
stables.
We make a vertical stable along the tree.
Yes. Like Spot Dragon. Spider Butt Dragon.
Yep.
So then here general store. Papa switching bows. Then farm here is farm settled. When would be roughly. Having a mill here. Somewhere. So, I mean, we would have enough houses for all the people that could potentially live in this town, because it would actually just be you, me, and likely Lucy.
Hi.
Funny! We have then a watermill, a farmhouse, barn, stable, smith, general goods store, fishing hut, small marketplace thingy.
Eventually a
Spring.
a town hall,
Yeah,
a tavern.
I would say probably town hall and tavern more in this direction here, so away from the
I lost track of you. I was in the hole. What?
Like in this direction here.
Uh-huh.
So let's like something here. Town hall. Tavern would probably look here quite nice.
Might be a little close to the town hall, but it depends on how big you build it.
Yeah, it's just for where roughly it should be.
Uh-huh.
Rough. Then probably get having the wall run around here, so then the town hall would be quite close to the wall. Maybe not have just one storage house, but several, and place them around here.
Well, you'd have a granary somewhere, which would be like, okay. Like I walked up those stairs and then the rain was just gone. I just looked weird.
Granary?
Yeah, granary where you have like basically a large storage room for food stuff. And then you have a storage area for things like building materials, various that kind of stuff, resources.
I mean, actually what could also be done is, I know, here having the granary and then, the resources that aren't Swiss resources in the general goods store, and the Smith resources in the Smith.
Well, of course, the normal stores would have their own, like individual storage, but it's also quite normal to have like a big storage that is more like the city's, like reserves. So rather than being the blacksmith's store of various tools that he can sell, then the city buys up part of their tools and store them away for a rainy day. Basically, city's mass storage.
I mean, yes, but I think I just stored in this Smith and so on for now.
Uh-huh.
Could do other things later, but generally, so I mean, granny, yes. There could then also be added other storage types, houses.
Uh-huh. It's just a thought to keep in mind in case you want to do something like, what is it called? In case you want to do something like more mass storage. For instance, in case of, oh crap, I have so much bloody dirt now. Where the hell am I gonna store it?
Yeah, true.
Then it's a way to have that that mass storage that you don't normally have and think it like thematically into the build.
I could have a dirt storage tower.
Well, you could also pile it underground, but I mean, to have it thematic to the to having a town built. I think actually what it was I did here.
Sleeping in proper bed. Not good or what?
I don't know. I'm playing with the design. I don't really like the look of it.
As long as Papa doesn't mind Moo sleeping in her bed.
No.
The only concern I have right now is that, okay, if you have some storage rooms in the background here, and in there, then here the town hall, and up there. Yeah, I think that should be like a...
We should probably think about ending the stream soon.
Yeah, that's why
Close to midnight.
That's why I just going over. I mean, I think that should be enough. We have a fisher hut, several farming pieces. Depending on how many storage rooms there are, a few storage rooms that go. Also, yes, of course, the general goods store, the stables, and the smith, and the tavern, which all go around the town hall. So I think that should be a good town. So all that needs done is, of course, cleaning things up, a little bit of terraforming, and building houses. That's probably enough to do for a couple months. And Papa is very invited to help out.
Papa is dumping all her stuff in this chest, though.
Yep.
Just so that it is protected.
And I have access to it. I mean,
except for bone, I keep bone.
I mean, it's also protected with you because it stays in your inventory.
Yeah, but then Moo couldn't use it, that's the problem.
Yep.
So it's better to leave it in game.
Yep. And I mean, I put them up here for that and lock them because otherwise, yeah, one can come in and steal it. Probably am going to increase the size of this market thingy here a little bit. Like twice the size or so, maybe. But we'll see. I mean, I think it's late enough, so best to call it off.
I keep on yawning. I go in my papa house. So, should we end it?
Yep.
Okay. Let me hop out. I want to wait, but I don't want to punch you. Bye. Bye. Alright, let's get the ending screen up. Of course, this piece of music just started. We're gonna end that. So let's tune that out and get this started instead. So that was a bit of back to basics, if you can call it that. Back to the old days where we played Minecraft.
Minecraft.
It's something I've not done in a long time. I kind of banned myself out of Minecraft a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say I burned myself out. It's not like I played it too much. It's just that I put a lot of time.
3D?
Well, I did, but then I kind of lost the ability to record, and then I lost the place. So yeah, just ended up not really getting anywhere, and then it was a little like down-putting that you didn't have anything really, and I still don't know, like, it's a lot to do, like there's a lot of stuff to do in Minecraft.
Yep.
And it's a little overwhelming having to gather everything. But that's one of the reasons why it's good to, for instance, help Mo with the project here, because then it's not just me alone, which was also one of the problems I had. Like when it's only you yourself, it can get a little tiring, a little demotivating in itself. So hopefully we can help each other out with that.
Yep.
No, I don't know how much I will be on, but we'll see. But should we call it off?
Yeah, I think that would be best to call it off now. I mean, as I said, Papa's always invited to join, but he doesn't have to. Who also does it on our own. It's just more...
I'm way ahead of you.
Yep.
Oh, that one is good.
Yep. But it's just, you know, more fun with Papa around. Even though that avatar just distracts me so much because it's so cute.
I'm glad you like it. It is my favorite of the... Well, it is one of my favorites because I really like my spring avatar, but I also really like my winter avatar. Because my winter avatar has a little hat.
That's so cute.
But yeah. Anyways, let's say good night.
Yep. Good night, Papa.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. Will you hang around in voice chat or? Like I won't be able to talk very long because I have that thing I need to do afterwards. But just if you want to say good night afterwards and stuff.
No, let's go into text chat then.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me.
Papa.
Talk to you in a moment. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Alright, so that is it for tonight. Nothing more. What else? Yeah, I don't really know what to say. A bit of bumbling about, but that was expected since it was really a new project and stuff. We'll see how it goes, if it becomes more streams or more of a private thing. It'll probably be a small thing here and there, but we'll see. It all depends on how quickly it progresses and that kind of stuff and what we feel like. But for now, I'm going to stop babbling and get back to the evening. So, I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for dropping by, and I'll see you again next time. For now though, enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your weekend. Bye bye everybody. Bye. Oops. That was the wrong button. Bye bye everybody.